All right, so in this video, we're going to show you how to use our pan, tilt, zoom cameras. They're called PTZ cameras for pan, tilt, and zoom. And they are run by this board down here with the joystick on it. So the first thing we want to do is be able to see both cameras, the angles, live at the same time. So on our second screen over here, where we're doing our Facebook, come down here, grab that tab, and now we start a brand new tab. And we're going to name it or point the address to the, come on now, I'm going to point it to the IP address of the cameras. So you see here, this is the IP address of the joystick box. The cameras are named at the end over here instead of 101. The 30x zoom, the main camera is 111. The second with the white camera is 222. So we will come over here and type in on our keyboard 192.168.5.111. Enter. And that gives us the login page. And the username and password are very simple. I mean, they're on the cameras. Admin, and the password is also admin. And we come over here and click login. How about that? And in a moment, that'll come up. So now we're looking at the feed of our black camera. So now we come over here and we open a new tab and make it a new window. And now we're going to access the second camera. And once again, it's 192.168.5.222. Enter. The screen looks a little bit different because it's a different camera, but it's the same username and password, admin, and admin. And we log in. So now we have another window which we can place side by side, like that, and like that. And if we need to go back to the Facebook page, we can click up here. And for instance, now we can, click our go live, but we're not going to do that for sake of demonstration. So when we now have our two cameras up, all right. So now we're seeing our main camera, our big 30x camera over here, and the second one is our wider angle. It's until we get our audio sync issues right, it's really wise to keep the second camera wide so people can't really see that things aren't quite in sync. We'll save the in sync things for our primary camera. And that's why we use our switching. So we're going to pause for a moment. And now we're going to show you how we connect the two cameras and use them in the service. So usually what we'll do is we will choose which camera we're going to control by pressing this button right here. So when we press cam 1, now any of the things that we do with these keys are going to control camera 1, and then the second camera we would control all these things over here with camera 2. Now, if we want to make a new preset, so suppose we have a musician that's sitting in a place that's not usual, we can move our camera around to the spot that we want, and then we would click, we make sure we're in the correct camera that we want, like say we're there, and because that's going to be our main camera and we want a close-up of the musician. So suppose we make an adjustment here, and I'm trying to adjust my camera by moving my phone. Okay, so I'm just using my joystick to move that around. Then we would click preset, the number that we want, say 8, and then enter. I'm not really going to do that because I like the presets as they are right now. Now, to make sure you don't make a mistake in the middle of the service and accidentally hit preset instead of call, I have had this little button 3D printed, which covers the preset button, and so that just as a reminder is don't do that unless you really, really want to. So now I have a cue sheet of what my presets are, 1 through 9 for cam 1, 1 through 7 for cam 2. All right, so if I want to use my cameras and change, like say I'm wide, and I want to go to the pulpit, I do call, 1, enter, and our camera moves. If I want to make it a little bit wider, I might go up our preset 2, so I would do call 2, and when I hit enter, come on now. Okay, so we hit call 2, enter, and now it's a little bit wider. Okay, but that looks really weird when we do that transition. You see how it kind of jumps around, and especially if we did something like we went from the pulpit to the choir, which is 4 right now. You see how that swings around and does the crazy things? We don't like to see that. So what we'll often do is say the song is over and we're doing the choir and we want to see, and coming up next is the worship associate. So I come over here and I click, make sure I'm on cam 2. And while I'm in cam 2, let's see if I can get a picture of everything. So while I'm in cam 2, I control cam 1, call 1, enter. So you see it makes that big transition, but we're watching cam 2 on the live stream. Now you come on, now that you've made that transition, come over and hit cam 1. And now the live stream is showing that. So here's a way to show that it works. So we will do from the pulpit, we'll go to, say, Gina playing a song. So we're on cam 1, we press cam 2, and we see a wide angle shot. While we're in cam 2, over here I do call 3, enter, it changes, and now I make a nice smooth transition. So we will kind of do that in real time, kind of illustrate how that works. We go cam 2. All right, so we're at the worship associate, and Gina's about to play a song. We hit cam 2. We make our adjustment over to Gina, and then we hit that again, and then there'll be Gina.